ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमो भगवते वैवस्वताय मृत्यवे ब्रह्मविद्याचार्याय नचिकेतसे च
everyone.
So in your notebook, what is the page number now?
40.
40, Sambandha Bhaashyam of mantra number 2 in Valli number 2, correct?
Yes.
Yadi ubhe api
Yadi ube api
kartum swayatte
kartum swayate
purushena
purushena
kimartham
kimartham
preyaha eva adatte
preyaha evad adatte
bahulyena
bahulyena
loke iti uchyate.
loke iti uchyate.
Yeah. So that loka it says, there's a sandhi, it is loke, followed by a vowel, loke becomes loka.
In the PDF you sent, it says Lokaha, Jayakumar.
Loka. So I think loke is better. Loke
Okay.
is, yeah. Lokaha may not be correct. We'll see that. Okay. So what is this? Why is this happening? Okay. So we started the second Valli of the second Adhayaya, the last class, and there Yamadharmaraja has stopped his assessment of the Shishya. Is the Shishya qualified for this? For any knowledge, qualification is needed. Knowledge means qualification is needed. The belief, no qualification is needed. We can believe in anything we want. And most beliefs don't need qualification. So, you can believe somebody is truthful or not truthful, honest or not honest. You can believe based on some idea of that person. If you have no idea of the person, you have to ask somebody else, is this person believable? So we have this, in India, we keep a list of phone numbers of auto drivers and taxi drivers and all. We have to develop a network because we are constantly because we don't have a vehicle, so we have to rely on somebody else. So we have a list of auto drivers, and who've been serving us, and sometimes I give a number and say, is he believable? I said, it's a tough question depending on who is asking, and yeah, I think I've used him for 2-3 years. Yeah, he will work for you. That's what we say. But when it comes to knowledge, this won't work. Knowledge means there must be a qualification. The entire process of schooling and education, college and all that works on qualification. First grade, second grade, third grade. Third is a qualification to go to fourth, is a qualification to go to fifth, etc., etc., etc. It's all well laid out. And some people are overqualified. That's where teachers and principals and professors have to come in and say, okay, Yeah, this guy is a little different. So without all this going through this 8th, 9th, and 10th, you can come to college directly. So that's based on the assessment of the student. Here also same thing. 5-year-old boy. Assessment is over, and he introduced the two words Shreyaha and Preyaha in the last mantra. We spent a good bit of time to understand these two because these two words are the centerpiece of human pursuits. Dharmartha Kama is called prayas, and Moksha Purushartha is called Shreyas. We saw that in detail. Pravritti Margaha is called prayas, Nivritti is called Shreyas. Why Nivritti? Why Pravritti? Pravritti because karma is involved, activity is involved, and therefore it's called Pravritti, a pursuit. And Nivritti means what? Withdrawal from activity. That is the literal meaning of Nivritti, retreat. That's why our programs in ashrams are always called retreats. When is the next retreat? As retreat means you just kind of run away from everything and then go to the ashram and lock yourself. I think that's the way it means. I don't know why they call it retreat. Maybe that's one reason. Anyway, so retreat and nivritti. And karma produces karma phalam. And karma is anityam, therefore karma phalam is also anityam. All this we begin to learn as when we study the Shastra. Then what about this Shreya Marga? Well, karma is not involved, jnanam has to be involved. That is why we say in Advaita Vedanta, karma cannot produce moksha. Because if karma were to produce moksha, moksha will have all the attributes of the cause of moksha, which is karma. But karma is anityam. Therefore, that moksha, that which the product of that karma, cannot be nityam. It has to be anityam. Therefore, karma cannot produce moksha. Then what produces moksha? If we ask, jnanena moksha. Only knowledge can produce moksha. This is the background. And so there, Shreyas and Prayas was introduced. Now, here, Shankaracharya is saying, look at this. Yadi ubhe api kartum swayate. Because in the previous mantra, what was said, both Shreyas and Prayas are available for any human being. Correct? That's what was said in the previous mantra. And he said the person who chooses Shreyas is going to benefit in a big way versus the person who chooses Prayas. That was what was said in the previous mantra. So here he's saying, Shankaracharya is saying, Yadi Ubhe api kartum adatte, kartum swayatte. Okay. Purushena means what? Both are available. Both are made available for the human being. Swayatte. So swayattam, there it is not a verb, it's a noun. Swayattam. Ayattam means adhinaha. Means the human being has equal access to both. Equal access to both. You can go to college or you don't have to go to college. You can go to school, you can go to matriculation school or this school or that school or a home school, anything. All this is accessible to a human being. Okay. So like that. Yadi ubhe api kartum ayate, both are available. Ubhe means what? Both. Both means what? Shreya prayasi, Shreyas and Prayas. Then kimartham preyaha eva adatte? Why why people are only choosing Prayas? Who's choosing prayer? Bahulyena loke. Bahulyena. Majority. In large measure, most people seem to choose praise. Dharma artha kama. That is the question Shankaracharya is asking. And then he says, iti uchyate. That is being said in this mantra. That is the prelude to this mantra, introduction, Sambandha Bhaashyam. Okay? Let's read this next mantra. If you can unmute yourself. Shreyascha preyascha.
Manjulaji.
Shreyascha preyascha.
Shreyascha preyascha.
Manushyametaha.
Manushyametaha.
Tau samparitya.
Jaykumarji, which one page number, please? I joined late.
Page number of which book?
Your PDF.
PDF.
40.
Number 40. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry.
Tau samparitya.
Tau samparitya.
Vivinakti dhiraha.
Vinakti dhiraha.
Shreyo hi dhirobhi.
Shreyo hi dhirobhi.
Preyaso vrinite.
Preyaso vrinite.
Preyo mandaha.
Preyo mandaha.
Yogakshemat vrinite.
Kshemad vrinite.
Shreyascha preyascha manushyametaha.
Preyascha manushyametah.
Tau samparitya vivinakti dhiraha.
Tau samparitya vivinakti dhiraha.
Preyo hi dhirobhipreyaso vrinite.
Preyo hi dhirobhishreyaso vrinite.
Preyaso vrinite.
Preyaso vrinite.
Preyo mando yogakshemat vrinite.
Preyo mando yogakshemat vrinite. Dhanyavad.
So this is the mantra that we often quote in our classes. The Shreyas and Prayas. Damodar Maharaja is continuing that discussion of Shreyas and Prayas. And so now that we understand both, the Bhaashyam will become fairly straightforward for us. So let's look at the gist of this mantra. Bhagavan Yamadharmaraja is saying same thing. Sinitaha in the previous mantra. Anyachreyo anyadutaiva preyaha te ube nanate purusham sinitaha. There sinitaha bind. Here the word is etaha. Etaha. Look at that middle end of that first quarter. Etaha. Etaha means in gatav. Go. It's as though Shreyas and Prayas go towards the human being. Means available for the human being. Shreyas and Prayas. Okay. Manushyam. They go towards the Manushya, it seems. Okay. And then there is a guy called Dhiraha. Dhiraha. That is a noun here. Subject. And this person, Dhiraha means what? One who is a Viveki. One who understands Atma, Anatma, etc. is there. There's something called Atma. I'm confused about myself. That kind of person who is somewhat aware about all these things. That person, what does he do? Vivinakti. That person separates the two. Means what? Understands them clearly. There is something called prayers. It is all karma based, and karma based stuff will karma is needed for protection of this body. But then hanging on to karma forever is going to keep me in this transmigration forever, and therefore I have to find a way out of this, and therefore I have to look into this atma, and that is called shreyo markaha. That guy is called dhiraha, who separates shreyas and prayers like this, who understands Purusharthaha, and then who appreciates moksha as a very special Purusha. That person. Separate Vivinakti. Which dhatu? Vivekaha, the same dhatu. Vivekaha, which. Okay. And so, Vivinakti, Samparitya. So, having understood Samparitya, Vivinakti Dhiraha, we'll see the Bhaashyam. Then what? That Dhiraha, again, second line, you see the word Dhiraha appearing again. Dhiraha Shreyo hi abhivrinite preyasaha. That Dhiraha gives up prayers and takes to Shreyas. And then what about Preyaha? Mandaha. This guy called Mandaha. Mandaha is not to be, you look at book translations, that's why this English translations without proper teaching is a bit dangerous. Mandaha they will translate as unintelligent, they will translate as foolish, they will translate, some words will be there. But we have foolish means what? Foolish means the word foolish we use in our common parlance, which does not It is not is what is being referred to here by Yama. Foolish means opposite of Dhiraha. Who is a Dhiraha? Intelligent, they will say. But intelligent is not the word here. See, I'll give you an example. The doctor, the new doctor who's learning to do surgery, and 1 year, 2 years surgery they have to do. Okay, practice along with senior doctors, surgeons, and then before they become a surgeon. Okay, so there is a group of doctors who are assessing all these interns, right? They're all doing surgery. They're surgeons. They're going to become surgeons. Then what? That surgeon must have certain attributes. Must have certain attributes. Not only the person is a doctor, basic doctor, but the fingers have to be nimble. Hands must move properly, and sewing is there, cutting is there. So many things are happening, and multiple things. A lot of nurses there. He has to learn to communicate with all of them. Give me this, give me that, and without talking also, because his face is all covered up. And so that agility must be there, and ability to backtrack. Something wrong happened, then what? Ability to deal with that situation. All the skills will be there. So in that committee, they're assessing all these interns, and they say one fellow is a mandaha. No, this person is a mandaha. Means what? Not unintelligent. That person is very intelligent. Otherwise, he would not be a doctor. So how do you translate mandaha? Mandaha there means what? That person does not have the attributes yet to become a full-fledged surgeon. Correct? That's all it means. So you can't translate that as unintelligent, etc. The same thing here also. Mandaha means in this context, aviveki. Okay. I think you all understand that. So Mandaha, what does he do? Preyaha vrinite. Takes to preyo margaha. Means continues to remain in that preyo margaha. And yogakshemat. Okay. Yogakshemat vrinite. We'll see all that. The details later in the Bhaashyam. Okay. That is the basic gist of this mantra. That again, these two Shreyas and Preyas are there. And the Viveki chooses Shreyas, and the Aviveki, for lack of a better word, takes to Prayamarga. Okay, now let's look at the Bhaashyam. Satyam
Satyam
Swayatte
Svayate
Tadhapi
Tadhapi
Sadhanataha Phalataha Cha
Sadhanataha Phalatascha
Mandabuddhinam
Mandabuddhinam
Durvivekarupe Sati
Durvivekarupe Sati
Vyamishri Bhute Iva
Vyamisri Bhute Iva
Manushyam
Manushyam
Purusham
Purusham
Aitaha
Aitaha
Prapnutaha
Prapnutaha
Preyascha Preyascha.
Shreyascha Preyascha.
So, Shankaracharya is explaining that first Shreyascha Preyascha. First quarter is being explained here. First he says Satyam Swayate. Full stop. Put a full stop there. In Gita Press there's no full stop. So you can put a full stop. Satyam Swayate. Te Ubhe Swayate. Those two, Shreyas and Preyas. Satyam. Satyam is true. Yes. Those two are available for every human being. Okay? Swayate. Swayattam, Swayate, Swayatanti. Okay. Swayatanti. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. So, Swayattam. Swa, Swayattani. Sorry. Swayattam, Swayate, Swayattani. Because Napumsakam, Shreyas and Prayas. Sakaranta Napumsakam. Therefore, okay. Yes, both are available. Then what? Tathapi, still, even though both are available, Okay. Sadhanataha phalataha cha mandabuddhinam durviveka rupe sati vyamishri bhute iva manushyam purusham a itaha. Okay. This etaha should be split into two words. A itaha prapnutaha shreyascha preyascha. Full stop. So shreyascha preyascha manushyam itaha. A is a particle. A is a particle, and it can have several meanings, but it's not critical here. Shreyascha preyascha itaha. Shreyas and preyas itaha. Itaha means what? Gacchataha. Okay, gacchati, gacchataha, gacchanti. Like that. Lat, prasmaipadi. Same thing in gatav. Eti itaha yanti. So itaha. Those two dual, right? Therefore you have itaha. They approach the human being. They are available. Approach means what? Available for the human being here. Okay. And Shankaracharya is explaining in what way it is available. Manushyam, available Manushyam. Manushyam, and therefore Shankaracharya here says Purusham. It's human being. Okay. Just in the yesterday's class, we were looking at Manu and all that. Manushyaha. Manoho apathyam. Manushyaha. Right? So, now, these two, Shreyas and Preyas, Shankaracharya is explaining, Sadhanataha phalataha cha mandabuddhinam durviveka rupe sati. Durviveka rupe sati. These two are clouded, unable to separate. Durviveka rupe. Clarity is not there. Okay, for whom? Being something which is not distinguishable. Because separate, right? Which is to separate. Understanding things clearly means what? Separating things and understanding things as they are, right? Therefore, that which dhatu is very important in our Shastram. So, Durviveka, unable to separate the two. They're all kind of mixed up like this. Okay, Durviveka Rupe Sati. For whom? Mandabuddhinam. Mandabuddhinam, for these avivekis. Okay, and in what way you should understand them? Sadhanataha phalataha. Unable to understand that sadhana, hey, prayers, karma is the means for results in prayers. Prayer phalam, you have to apply, you have to act on things. Prayatnam, kartavyam, karma is involved. But Shreyas karma is not involved. Sadhanam for Shreyas is jnanam. Karma versus jnanam. That is not clear. Sadhanataha durviveka rupe sati. Then phalataha cha. Hey, what can I get out of all this? What can I get out of karma? What can I get out of jnana? That clarity is not there. Sadhanataha phalataha cha mandabuddhinam durviveka sati. Being so, and therefore vyamishri bhute iva. Mishra, Mishra means mixture, they are combined like this. Which means what? All of us are leading our lives just by learning from our parents and looking at each other. How do my friends lead a life? And that's it, over. There is no other clarity given to us. Nobody taught us all these things in school or college. Therefore, you basically lead a life based on how everybody leads their lives. That's all the child could learn, and nothing more is available. Okay. Therefore, Vyamishri Bhutev. Just there's no chance that this person is ever going to know. That it is so mixed, confounded, intermixed. Okay. And indistinguishable. Okay. With same meaning as before. Okay. Full stop. Shreyas and prayas are like that. Okay. That kind of Shreyas and prayas, Manushyam itaha. Approach this human being are available to the human being. Now let's read the next one. Ataha.
Oh, okay. Ataha
Hamsaha iva.
Hamsaha iva.
Ambhasaha payaha.
Ambasaha payaha.
Tau shreyah preyah padarthau.
Tau shreyah preyah padarthau.
Samparitya.
Samparitya.
Samyak parigamya.
Samyak parigamya.
Manasa alochya.
Manasa alochya.
Guru laghavam vivinakti.
Guru laghavam vivinakti.
Prithak karoti.
Prutak karoti.
Dhiraha dhiman.
Dhiraha dhiman.
Vivichya cha.
Vivichya cha.
Shreyo hi shreyaha eva.
Shreyo hi shreyaha eva.
Abhivrinite.
Abhivrunite.
Preyasaha.
Preyasaha.
Abhyarhitatvat.
Abhyarhi sattatvat.
Kaha asau.
Kaha asau.
I think there is a word called Shreyasaha after Abhyarhitatvat
Yeah,
in your notebook.
correct.
In Gita Press, it's not there. So you can say Abhyarhitatvat Shreyasaha.
Abhyarthi tatvat shreyasaha.
Stop. Kaha asau.
Kaha asau.
Iraha.
Dhiraha.
Yeah. So the second quarter and the third quarter of the mantras are explained here in this section. So look at this. Tau samparitya vivinakti dhira. Right? That is the second quarter. Dhiraha vivinakti. Dhiraha separates. Tau, those two. That is the main sentence, right? And Dhiraha. Dhiraha, look at what Shankaracharya says. Dhiraha is equal to Dhiman. So because your notebook is written well, which has highlighted, right? All the mula words are highlighted. So it's easy to, when I say Dhiraha, immediately you can go to that word. That moolam word, Dhiraha, is equal to what? Dhiman. Dhiman. Like Buddhiman. Dhi is Buddhi. In Sanskrit, Dhi is often used as equal to Buddhi. Same thing. Dhiman. One who has Buddhi is called a Dhiman. Dhimati. Okay. Dhiraha. Dhiyam rati iti dhiraha. Same thing. One who is endowed with Dhi is called Dhiraha. Rati. There is a noun, a verb like that called being endowed with. Okay. What does the Dhiraha do? Vivinakti. That person, Vivinakti. Which dhatu? And Shankaracharya helps us. Prithak karoti. Prithak. Prithak means different, distinct. He makes it distinct. He just separates the two and makes it distinct. No longer there is a confusion between the two. They are two different things. Be careful, my dear friend. Like that, he's crystal clear about that. Okay. Vivinakti. And what does he separate? What does he separate? Tau. Tau. Saha taute. So Sanskrit students, I think when you see these words, you get excited. Oh my God, finally I found a word that I actually understand. This happens when we study Sanskrit. We're looking for words we understand, you know. So tau, this I understand. Long ago I read this in Sanskrit. So saha taute. But then saha is masculine gender. Correct?
Te.
Asaute, masculine gender. But there's a problem here, correct? There's a problem. Why? Go to the first mantra. Look at the first mantra. Anyat Shreya, Anyat Utaiva Preyaha. Te Ubhe. Te is used there. Ubhe. Those two. There, those two is te. Here, those two is tau. There it is te because Shreyaha and Preyaha is Napumsakam. So, two with tat te tani. Therefore, te. यहाँ पर क्या हो गया? Tau. Therefore, Shankaracharya, look at the genius. He doesn't say Shreyaf Preyasi here. Tau Shreyaf Preyaf Padarthau. Referring to Shreyas through masculine gender. Okay, those two things called Shreyas and Preyas. Okay, the thing becomes masculine, right? This Dhiraha separates. Okay, when does he separate this? Samparitya. Samparitya. Shankaracharya tells us Samyak Parigamya Manasa Alochya Guru Lagavam. Samyak Parigamya Manasa. Using the mind and thinking about it properly. This cannot be separated by, like you separate the stones from the rice. You know, sometimes those days, my mother used to make me do this. She used to give me this and go and remove the stones. And then you sit and keep on removing it. It used to be a challenge. I used to enjoy it actually. And I used to do all that. You know, we used to. And these days, nobody does it. That whole thing is gone. I think these days, you just all race. Because if you find stones, then you go to the other store and all that. So there is competition, all those things. So anyway, that kind of separation, that is karma-based separation. Like that here, the karma is manasa karma, manasa. You have to think through it and then assess what these things are. Therefore, samyak parigamya. That some prefix in that word samparitya refers to samyak, well done, properly assessed. And that generally won't come without a guru. It won't come. And so here he says, alochya guru laghavam. Guru laghavam alochya. Here the word guru is not acharya and all. Guru laghavam. Guru is significance. Laghavam is insignificance. Correct? The importance in our life, how significant something is in my life versus how these things are trivial, like that. That triviality and significance, Guru Lagavam Alochya, Vichintya, having thought through all that, okay, having thought through all that, that Dhiraha Vivinakti Pratakkaroti. Okay, and then one more thing is there. First part of this sentence we have not covered. Ataha Hamsaha Iva Ambasaha Payaha. Therefore, this sentence begins with therefore. Okay, everything we said, you put it after therefore. Okay, it's too good. This Sanskrit just makes us go all over the place, and we must be comfortable doing that. Okay, you should not say, "What is this? This guy is going here, away, and the end is coming." That kind of confusion we can't afford to have for too long, and this is how generally our shastra will be. And you guys have printouts and this and that. I mean, it's pretty easy for us. Anyway, ataha. Therefore, the whole thing is therefore. Therefore means what? You have to wonder. Therefore means something was said before. Therefore, what was said before? Therefore, Shreyascha Prayascha Purusham Etaha. Two things are available for this for any human being, and therefore, just like the swan Hamsaha separates the milk from the water, because milk and water, great example to give here, because there's no chance anybody is going to know. The child will not know that there is water in this milk. Only the person who comes to know of all this through some experiences in life knows, okay, this milk is a bit dilute and that other milk is thick. Those days we used to worry about all this. These days you actually buy dilute milk and you actually end up paying more money for it. Did you know that? And so all this, we used to buy that in America. I used to buy it. I forget what it's called now. Skim milk, it's called. Yeah, skim milk. You look at skim milk, and you saw watery. My God, because they've removed all this fat out, and it's some 1% fat or something like that, 0.5 or something. So it look is basically watery. Then sometimes you wonder, am I paying so much for water or what? You know, like that. So like that. But here, this swan, not the usual swan. This is a mythical swan. It is there in our Shastram. That swan is able to separate, just like it's able to separate milk from the water. I don't think there is a bird that does that, but it's a mythical swan, a celestial swan. Okay, that swan, just like it's able to separate the two, that means it's so difficult. That is the meaning. It is difficult. It's not easy. Anybody cannot do that. And therefore, in that manner, Tau Samparitya vivinakti dhiraha. Dhiraha vivinakti. Okay. Then what? And dhiraha dhiman, we saw that. Now, vivichya.
Jaykumarji,
Ah,
Jaykumarji, this
yeah.
Guru Lagavam once more, please.
Yeah, Guru. The word Guru has several meanings. Guru, of course, normally we use the word Guru, etc. Hey, Guru, etc. We say teacher. But then Guru also means heavy. Heavy. That's why Jupiter is called Guru. It's the heaviest planet in the solar system. Guru. And then Guru also means significant. Heaviest, significant also. So the significance and insignificance of this prayers and shreyas. Pros and cons. Evaluate both. Okay. That is the meaning.
Same as Guru and Lagu, right? Lagu, Lagavam.
Correct. Lagavam. Lagavam. So, correct. So, Laghoho Bhavaha.
Lagavam. தமிழ்ல கூட சொல்லுவா லாகவமா பண்ணிட்டா அப்படின்னு ஈஸியா.
So this is Dvandvas.
Yeah, this is Dvandva Samasa. Correct. Guru cha Lagavaha cha Guru Lagavaha. It is called a Samahara Dvandvaha.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 days back, there was an exam in that Visheshana they were asked to identify, and that put Guru there.
Okay, let's discuss that in satsang. Okay. All right. Thank you. Sorry, I'm very careful about this because our time is limited, and so I hope you understand when I say we'll discuss in satsang.
Sorry.
Don't mistake me. Don't mistake me. Okay. You can ask me in the satsang question. Okay. All right. So vivichya cha shreyo hi shreyaha eva abhivrinite prayasa. Now he's talking about the other person. No, sorry, not the other person. It's still about this dhiraha. Vivichya, after having separated all this, samparitya, after understanding Shreyaha and Preyaha very clearly, then Shreyaha hi means Shreyaha eva. Shreyas alone abhivrinite, that dhiraha, and he's going to say later, kaha asau dhiraha. He's going to say later, right? That dhiraha abhivrinite. Vrinite chooses. Abhitaha. Chooses means is so crystal clear that this person knows Shreyaha is the name of the game now. I am very clear about it. Praise Dharma Artha Kama is of course there. Dharma is of course there. And whatever Artha and Kama I need, I will take. But my main goal in life is Shreyaha, Shreyas, Abhivrinite. In the Moolam, if you look at the Moolam, this word Abhi is separated from Vrinite by the word Prayasa. Correct? Prayaso. So generally we won't do that. A prefix, Upasarga, can never be separated from the word it is attached to. Right? Never be separated. So, Agachati. A is the prefix and Gachati is the verb. Ag and Gachati, you can't separate the two. Chance kadaya. There is no joke. You can't separate the two. It is one word. But Vedas is doing it, so we call it Chandasam. Chandasam means the Veda has the license to do it, and we are understanding it in the right way. Abhivrinite, Shankaracharya here puts the Abhi and Vrinite together. Abhivrinite. Okay. Kaha Asau, later on he's going to say, who does this? Kaha Asau, who is that? And he answers by saying Dhiraha. Okay. And that Dhiraha chooses Shreyaha, Preyasaha, gives up against praise. He gives up praise and chooses Shreyas. Okay? So, two, in English they say, right? You take this path to that path. You take this highway to that highway. Means what? Instead of that highway, you have to take this highway. That is idea. Instead of that. Against praise. Giving up praise. Okay? As opposed to praise. Yeah, that's a better one. As opposed to praise. Okay? Why does he do that? Shreyasaha abhyarhitatva. Because of the significance of Shreyas. He understands abhyarhitatva. Arham, arhasya, arhaha. So greater value of Shreyas. Because of the significance of Shreyas, he does that. Kaha so dhiraha. Who is this person? Dhiraha. Of course, dhiraha does that. That viveki does that. So Bhagavad Gita, we studied all this at some time. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati siddhaye yatatan nam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tattvataha. So that talks about the difficulty of separating Shreyas and Preyas. That is why Sahasrana Manushya, among the thousands of people, only a handful are able to do it. Because not because the subject matter is difficult, it's because that's all we know. For ages we've been living like this, and so like the dog's tail is like this always. For ages it's been like that, it's going to remain like that. So that is the reason for that. Okay, now let's read the next thing. If I missed anything, let me know in satsang, unless it's a big one. Okay? All right. Yahatu.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Yeah. Premaji. Yahatu.
Yeah. Yahatu
Mandaha alpa buddhihi.
mandaha alpa buddhihi
Aha.
aha
Viveka asamarthyat.
viveka asamarthyad
Yogakshemat.
yogakshemat
Yogakshema nimittam.
yogakshema nimittam
Shariradi.
shariradi
Upachaya rakshana nimittam.
upachaya rakshana nimittam
Etat
etat
preyaha.
preyaha
Pashu putradi lakshanam.
pashu putradi lakshanam
Pranite.
vrinite.
Yeah. So the fourth quarter is now explained by Shankaracharya. Mandaha yogakshemat preyaha vrinite. That is the fourth part of this mantra. So that is, the main sentence. Mandaha vrinite. Mandaha means aviveki. Vrinite chooses. And then chooses what? Preyaha. Preyaha. Preyas. Vrinite. Okay, that's the main sentence. Okay. So yahatu. On the other hand, tu, yaha, the one who is a mandaha, who is called a mandaha. Who is a mandaha? Alpa buddhihi. Alpa buddhihi means alpaha, alpa buddhihi, yasya saha, alpa buddhihi. One whose ability, the viveka shakti is not there. Not there also we can't say alpa is reduced to an extent. The viveka shakti everybody has. We can all see pros and cons of many things. When it comes to artha, pros and cons assessment very clear. Kama very clear. There it is working very well. But here it's not working that well. Okay, alpa buddhihi. And why? Saha viveka asamarthyat. Okay, that atmanatma viveka samarthyam is not there in that person. Okay, because viveka, go back to tattva bodha. Viveka kaha. Atmanatma. The exact sentence.
Nityanitya Pustam.
Nitya Nitya Vastu Vivekaha. So there is something called Nitya Vastu, which is different from Anityam. That Viveka is not there. Okay. Then what? That Mantaha Preyaha Vrinite. Let's look at that first. Preyaha Vrinite. And Shankaracharya here says, Preyaha means what? Pashu Putradi Lakshanam. That is his way of explaining Preyaha. Pashu Putradi means what? Children, family, and assets, wealth. These are the only two things that one needs. Clear. That's very crystal clear for everybody. That is called prayers. Over. And Vrinite chooses Preya. And then Yoga Kshemat, one word has come here in the Moolam. And why does he do that? Okay. Because of yoga kshema nimittam shariradi upajaya rakshana nimittam ityetat. So yoga and kshema is a nice phrase that is used in our shastram, especially Vedanta shastram. Yoga means apraptasya praptihi. Yoga means what? Definition is what? The gain of what is not already gained. Apraptasya praptihi is yoga. And kshema is what? Once you buy something like a refrigerator or a car or anything, you have to maintain it. That maintaining is called kshema. Praptasya rakshanam is called kshema. That is the definition. Apraptasya praptihi and praptasya rakshanam. This is how our whole life is. If you analyze our world, you can do one day some exercise. 5 minutes you can do an exercise. Think of the things you have bought, and then yoga kshema, yoga kshema. You keep on looking at what do I do for the kshema of these clothes that I purchased. Well, I wear it, and then I have to wash it, then I have to press it, and then I keep it nicely, stacked up like this. Oh, that is kshema only, right? So it's like that it goes. So like that we can assess for everything we have in our life. So yoga kshema, this person chooses prayer because he is driven by yoga kshema. This is Panchami, but Panchami in the sense of causing one to do it. Okay, yoga kshema, impelled by that yoga and kshema. The whole life is just impelled by yoga and kshema. I have to do so. I'm insecure. I have to make myself secure. That's it. Our mind is just tuned to that, tuned to yoga and kshema. That is how the Yama says, and Shankaracharya helps us understand that. So yahatu mantaha alpabuddhihi. So that we have seen the whole sentence here. Preyaha vrinite. Mandaha preyaha vrinite. Dhiraha shreyaha abhivrinite. Okay, those two are the main sentences in this mantra. So let us look at the Anvay. Okay.
Shariradhyupachaya rakshana nimittam.
Oh, one more word is there.
Yeah.
Yoga kshema nimittam. So shariradi upachaya rakshana nimittam. Upachaya is acquisition. Rakshana means protection. That's all. That is the meaning of yoga and kshema. Sharira, getting what? Shariradi upachaya. Shariradi, body is there. Body, I am not going to buy or get. I have been given a body. So that part you have to exclude from all this acquisition. Okay. But body, the acquisition of health is there. Because once there is a problem, then I need better health. So that has to be acquired somehow. And so, Shariradi Upachaya Rakshana Nimittam, caused by or impelled by acquisition and protection for the growth and protection of body and such. Things like the body. Starting from the body, everything that I call myself and mine, I, me, myself, whatever you can put in that I, me, myself category is this Shariradi. And I have to do Upachaya and Rakshanam of these things constantly. There's no escape from this. So that is what he's saying, driven by that. Anything else I missed? Good. So let's look at the Anvaya here. Shreyascha, Preyascha, Manushyam Etaha. You don't even have to write. It is exactly as it is. Shreyascha, Preyascha, Manushyam Etaha, full stop. Tau Samparitya Dhiraha Vivinakti. Full stop. Then next word, Dhiraha Shreyohi Preyasaha Abhivrinite. Full stop. Dhiraha Shreyohi Preyaso or Preyasaha Abhivrinite. Full stop. So we are bringing that abhi and vrinite together. Okay. Then last sentence. Mandaha yogakshemat preyo vrinite. Mandaha yogakshemat preyo vrinite. All this sandhi and all will come. Mando yogakshemat preyo vrinite. Okay, let me read the whole thing again. Shreyascha preyascha manushyam etah. This another commentator says, why there are two chairs? Shreyascha preyascha. We don't need two chairs. Shreya preyaha cha is enough. Why should we say Shreyascha preyascha? One Gopala Yatindra says, he says, that is because they're so mixed up. You can Shreyaha and Preyaha, Preyas and Shreyas. You can say whichever way you want because it's all confused, it's all mixed up. That is his interpretation. So, Shreyascha Preyascha Manushya Metaha, full stop. Tau Samparitya Dhiraha Vivinakti, full stop. Dhiraha Shreyo hi Preyaso Abhivrinite, full stop. Mandaha Yogakshemat Preyaha Vrinite, full stop. Okay. Okay. Let's, I think we have time for the next mantra. Whoever is next. Sattvam Priyan. Sattvam Priyan.
Sattvam Priyan.
Priya
Sattvam
Rupanscha.
Priyan.
Priya Rupanscha Kaman.
Priya Rupanscha Kaman.
Abhidhyayan.
Abhidhyayan.
Nachiketotyasrakshihi.
Nachiketo Yastrakshi.
Naitam Srinkam.
Naitam Shringam.
Vittamayima
Vittamayima Vap. Vittamayima Vapto.
Yasyam Majjanti.
Yasyam Majjanti.
Bahavo Manushyaha.
Bahavo Manushyaha.
Once again, Sattvam Priyan Priya Rupanscha Kaman.
Sattvan Priyan Priyarupanscha Kaman.
Abhidhyayan Nachiketotyasrakshihi.
Abhidhyayan Nachiketodyazdrakshi.
Naitam Srinkam Vittamayimavaptaha.
Naitan Shrinkan Vittamayimavaptaha.
Yasyam Majjanti Bahavo Manushyaha.
Yasyam Majjanti Bhagavo Manushyaha.
Yeah. So, third mantra, the Yama is still talking, right? Yama, these are all spoken by Yama. Shreyascha, Preyascha, no, Yama is talking. And now the question is, you told me Shreyas and Preyas, and you already told me this Vivekis go after Shreyas and Avivekis go after Preyas. That also you told me. Now, what the question now comes, what about Nachiketa? Is he a Shreyorthi or is he a Preyorthi? That is the question. That he makes it clear in this mantra. Okay? What is he saying? Sattvam Priyan Priyarupanscha Kaman Abhidhyayan Nachiketaha Atyasrakshihi. He Nachiketaha. Tvam Atyasrakshihi. Okay? Tvam Tyaktavan Asi. You have given up. You have given up. What did you give up? Priyan Priyarupanscha Kaman. You have given up all these delightful things, things that give pleasure to people. You have given up all that. Okay? And when did he give up? How did he give up? Abhidyayan. Having thought through it, simply not giving up, not a childish giving up. Childish giving up. Child doesn't know the value of things. And child will give up things, you can't take it seriously. Okay. But you have thought through it because you are a boy, right? 5-year-old boy. That is why we have to say that. So you're not like a typical child, but you've done some thinking. You know more. Okay. Na etam srinkam vittamayim avaptaha yasyam majjanti bahavo manushya. Na avaptaha. Na avaptaha. Neither did you take what? This srinkam, vittamayim srinkam. Okay. Vittamayim srinkam. In fact, not, I shouldn't say neither. The Srinka is this path. Srinka is Sriti, means Margaha, Panthaha, okay, Pantha. And that path which is in which Yasyam Bahavaha Manushyaha Bhajanti, or many human beings drown. Bhajanti is a very word, said drown. People drown in this world of samsara. That Srinka, that path, that delightful, that pleasurable path in which people drown, na avaptaha. You are somebody who did not take that path. So he's saying you are a Shreyoti. You're choosing Shreyas because you have put me on a spot now. You're asking me about Atma. Now I have become a guru. Without my desiring to be a guru, you have made me a guru. Okay. So that is what he's saying here. Okay, now let's look at the Bhaashyam. Sattvam punaha.
Sattvam punaha.
Or Sattvam punah punaha.
Sattvam punah punaha.
Generally, we don't separate the punaha and punaha. Punaha punaha is punaha punaha. Again and again. You don't say again and again like that. Generally, we don't say. That's why I have to say it again. Okay. Maya pralobhyamanaha api.
Maya pralobhya manaha api.
Priyan putradin.
Priyan putradin.
Priya rupanscha.
Priya rupamscha.
Apsarah prabhriti lakshanan.
Apsarah prabhriti lakshanan.
Kaman.
Kaman.
Abhidyayan chintayan.
Abhidyayan chintayan.
Tesham.
Tesham.
Anityatva asaratvadi doshan.
Anityatva asaratvadi doshan.
Okay, asaratvadi doshan. He nachiketaha.
He nachiketaha.
Atyasrakshihi atisrishtavan parityaktavan asi.
Atyasrakshi atisrishtavan parityaktvanasi.
Very good. Aho buddhimata tava.
Aho buddhimata tava.
Let's stop with that. This is a short bhashyam, shorter bhashyam. Okay? So he's explaining now. Sattvam kaman abhidyayan. Priyan pashurupan, priyarupanscha nachiketaha atyasrakshihi. So you can bring that nachiketaha up front. He nachiketaha. Sambodhanam, okay? Nachiketaha. Sambodhanam. And Tvam atyasrakshihi. You have given up. Okay? Atyasrakshihi. What is the meaning? Shankaracharya says, Ati srishtavan parityaktavan asi. Ati srishtavan is equal to parityaktavan. Tyaktavan means you given up. You have given up. Past tense. Okay. Parityaktavan. Paritaha tyaktavan. Completely given up. You don't even have even a slight value for it. Your value is limited to just taking care of this body, because taking care of the body is our dharma. Beyond that, you don't care for this. That is what is the meaning of parityaktavan. You care, but you care for others' prayers. Okay, that is why you ask the second boon. Okay, second boon is for the welfare of humanity. So you're not indifferent to the world and humanity. You're not only concerned about others, but about you also. You are very clear. Parithyaktavan. Okay, and what did you give up? Kaman, 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 Parithyaktavan. All these desirable things you have given up. And what kind of Kaman? Priyan, Priyarupanscha. Two kinds of Kamas Yamadharmaraja is taking. So, Shankaracharya helps us understand what is the meaning of it. Priyan means Putradi. Priyan means Putradi. That's it, over. One word is finishing off the meaning of the word Priya. Priya means what? Things that are very close to you, like Putradi, like children. Children include everything: husband, wife, father, mother, everything. Whatever, when you say your family, whatever you mean by that is Putradi. Okay, that's it, over. Putra, that is called Priyan. What about Priya Rupan? Priya Rupans, he's saying Apsara Pravriti Lakshana. Anything outside this family. My family, if I say, I mean something. Okay, so that's something you keep it. That's called Priya Rupa. Anything outside the family also, there is a lot of things that give you a lot of joy, like ice cream adi. And so, ice cream adi Rupa, that is called Priya Rupa. Whatever is not you but still makes you happy, this is you. This Priyan is very, very dear to me. Means if something is wrong with my child, that means something is wrong with me. If my child is suffering, I am suffering. Okay, the child and I are non-separable. So those non-separable things are Priyan and Priyarupan, means those that are there which cause joy in this world for me. Apsaraha Pravriti Lakshana. I think that we have covered many times. And Shankaracharya is using the word because Yama had offered that. And then, okay, that you are giving up. When did you give up that? Abhidyayan. Abhidya, having thought through, you just simply said, I don't care. Not like that. Abhidya, properly thought through all these things. Okay, Shankaracharya helps us. Tesham anityatva asaratvadi dosham chintayan. Chintayan, having thought through, so properly thought through. And what did you think through? Tesham, of those Priyan and Priyaropan, what did you think through? Anityatva asaratvadi dosham. They're all great, but they have a defect. Dosha, they have a problem, they have a deficiency. What is the deficiency? Anityatvam, they are not permanent. They will come and go. Came, they will go. Okay? And then Asaratvadi. Asaratvadi. This Asaratvam is a problem. So, aren't you tired of cooking every day and eating the same sambar, rasam, and roti and all? Don't you feel like going? Shall we go to Chinese restaurant? What happened to this roti? Some problem with the roti? Is that causing you some stomach upset or what? No, no, no. It's all nice. You cook very well. But then what? This asara, after some time, that's it. You need a change. You need a break. So this asaratvam is constant in everything we do. Constant. And see, one of our friends understood that. They understand it very well. He told me just 2 weeks ago. No, I should not say it loud also. He told me, Kumar, you're studying all the time. You should relax, he said. Then now, then I have to think because now the trump card is in my hand. Okay, he has given me the trump card. Now I have to decide how I should respond. I could have said so many different things. I could have said something like, yeah, I'm addicted to studying. What can I do? It's like alcohol addiction. I have this addiction. I could have said that. Or I could have said, uh, what to do. Something I could have said. But I told him, no, studying is relaxing to me. I don't have any problem with it. Like that, I told him. I just walked away from there. But like that. So, this asaratvam must be there. You're doing this all the time. You're playing veena all the time. You should relax. Your fingers must be hurting and all. Yeah, it may be hurting, but do I look stressed out or not? That is the first question you should worry about. Don't make a conclusion about this before talking to me. Do I look stressed out? I could have asked him that also. Do I need help? That I should have asked him. So, anyway, so this kind of anityatva, asaratvadi doshan chintayan, having thought through all that. And then one more thing, Sattvam, who are you? Tvam, Shankaracharya is saying, Punaha Punaha Maya Pralobhyamanaha Api. Despite me trying to tempt you, mantra after mantra, I've been tempting you. This whole big list we saw. Okay. Despite me doing that, you have still thought through all this and you never got carried away and you never said, tell me that once again. Wait a minute. Did I get it right? You did not do all these things. Nothing, no confusion, nothing. You understood exactly what I said. You understood the value of all the things I said. And then, Paritektavan. Okay? And Atyasrakshihi, Paritektavan. And then, therefore, Aho Buddhimata Tava. Buddhimatta Tava. Sorry, we should have read it properly. I hope we read it properly. Buddhimatta Tava. Buddhimatta, Buddhimatvam, Tava. Aho means what a wonder this is. What a wonder. Your Buddhimatvam. What great Viveka you have. See, Viveka by itself is great, but this fellow is a boy, he's a 5-year-old boy. So this kind of thinking these 5-year-old boys don't have. That is also another reason for saying Aho. So that one commentator says, Tava balasya sataha, like that he says. Means being a boy like this, you are thinking like this, therefore something praiseworthy, like that he says. Okay? Let's read the next part. Yeah, Ramuji.
Aja.
Na etam avaptavanasi
Na etan avaptavan asi.
srinkam sritim
Padanji.
srinkam sritim
Shrinkam sritim.
utsitam
Kutsitam.
Moodha jana pravrittam
Muda jana pravrittam.
vittamayim
Ittamayim.
anaprayam
Dhanaprayam.
yasyam sritau majjanti
Yasyam sruto majjanti.
sidanti
Shidanti.
bahavaha aneke moodhaha manushyaha.
Bahavaha aneke mudaha manushyaha.
So he is explaining the remaining part of the mantra, Vittamayim, Srinkam, etc. The second half is being explained. So Manushyaha Majjanti. That is the main sentence. Right? Manushyaha Majjanti. People drown. Majjanti means what? Sidanti. Sidanti. Sidanti means immediately something should strike you.
Shidanti
Mama Gatarani.
Correct. Correct. Sidanti mama gatrani. Sidanti mama gatrani. Mukham cha parishushyati. So
Epatushcha sharire me.
Patuscha sharire me. So Arjuna is complaining. I'm sitting in the battlefield. In the first chapter it comes, I think. So mama gatrani sidanti. My limbs are all trembling. They are weakening. Weakening. Like that he says. And when sidanti, we saw this even in this Upanishad. Not this word, but the root of this word sad. The root of this word is sad.
The first thing.
Dhatu, sad dhatu, is it? That
Sad
Sharanagati upasa.
Correct. Sadhatu. Long ago, Shankaracharya was telling us what is the meaning of the word Upanishad. Sadir dhatoho upani purvasya kvit pratyantasya. Like that he talks. Correct? Sadhatu. That's Sad Dhatu, same Sad Dhatu. And what is the meaning of the Sad Dhatu? Visharana Gati Avasadhaneshu. That is the meaning. And one of the meanings there is what? Destruction, all these meanings are coming there. So Majjanti, drowning, they are getting destroyed. Sidanti, they're drowning. In what? That is the meaning here. So, just to remind you of all those things. So, Manushyaha Sidanti, Manushyaha Majjanti. We understood that. And what kind of Manushyaha? Bahavaha Manushyaha. Bahamanaha Aneke Mudaha. Shankaracharya explains. Bahavaha. Those who are Mudaha Avivekinaha. If you want to add that. Aneke. Bahavaha means not one, many, not one. And it's better not to translate this word as foolish, etc. I've told you. In fact, I have written many foolish, I've said here, that's wrong. I should not have written that. Avivekinaha. And they drown. Where do they drown? Where do they drown? Yasyam. In Yasyam. Sritau. He's saying Shankaracharya. Sritau. So Saptami Ekavachan. Yasyam Sritau. Sritau means in which path, in which pursuit, okay, they are drowning. And what kind of pursuit is that? It is Srinkam. Srinkam. That's Srinka and Vittamai. Those are the adjectives to this path in which they are drowning, it seems. And what is that? Srinka is equal to Sriti. Sriti is equal to Kutsita Muda Jana Pravrittam. And then Vittamayim Dhana Prayam. This particular pravritti, this particular path, which is Kutsitam. Kutsita means it is all, it has all kinds of crooked paths this way, that way. It just goes in places, goes to various places. And Muda Jana Pravritta, which is taken up by only Muda Janaha, means with Aviveki, people who cannot do this Vivinakti Dhiraha, what the Dhiraha does, okay? And Dhanaprayam. Dhanaprayam means abundance of wealth. That which has abundance of wealth. That is why it's so attractive. That is why it's also called prayers. Prayers means literal translation. You know what it is? It is pleasurable. Shreyas is preferable. Prayers is pleasurable. Oh, you have to choose between pleasurable and preferable. What is this? You mean Shreyas is not pleasurable? That question comes, You won't give me happiness or what? Yeah, so that's the meaning of that here. And na etam avaptavan. You did not take etam, this etam, strilingam, okay? So referring to Srinka, and therefore Shankaracharya is using all strilingam. Kutsitam, Mudajana Pravrittam, Vittamayim, Dhanaprayam, all strilingam. Okay? Because of that Srinka, that word Srinka. So you have not taken up this particular path, which is chosen by people who can't think properly, and in which Yasyam Srito Moda Janaha Majjanti Sidanti Bahavaha Manushya. That is such, basically the summary is what Yamadharma Raja is saying. You are a Shreyorthi. You have thought through and you have given up prayers and then come towards Shreyas. That is what that is said by Yama here. In other words, Yama is saying, I am proud of you, I'm happy about you, I'm aho buddhimatta tava also. Hey, you are very different. Such people don't exist. I've never seen such a person. That also you can add. Okay, so let's look at the Adhayaya of this mantra. He Nachiketaha. That word is there towards the end of the first half of the mantra. He Nachiketaha. Priyan प्रियरूपांश्च कामान् अभिध्यायन् प्रियान् प्रियरूपांश्च कामान् अभिध्यायन् अभिध्यायन् comma. It's comma, okay, not comma. Okay. So priyan priyarupanscha kama vidyayan tvam saha saha is the first word of this mantra. Tvam saha within brackets tan. Saha is referring to tan. Tan kaman, okay. So it's tvam tan saha tan atyasrakshihi full stop. And within brackets, if you want, you can put parityaktavan. You have given them up. Tvam saha tan atyasrakshihi within brackets parityaktavan full stop. Etam vittamayim srinkam Srinka you will be wondering what Srinka is. Therefore, I said within brackets Sritim, Shankaracharya's word, and then my word I've added Pantham. It's not my word actually, it is given by one of the commentators, sub-commentators, Tikakaras. Pantha. So Pantham.
Could you kindly repeat that?
Yeah. Etam vittamayim srinkam. Etam vittamayim srinkam. All these are moolam. Then brackets Sritim Pantham. Sritim comma Pantham. Brackets close. Pantha. Pantha. Pathi. Pathaha. Pathaha means path. Look at the word. English word path comes from this pathaha. Panthaha. Okay. Etam Pantham. Then next. Na avaptaha. Na avaptaha within brackets avaptavan. Na avaptaha within brackets avaptavan. Yasyam bahavaha manusyaha majjanti. Yasyam bahavaha manusyaha majjanti. Yasyam bahavaha manusyaha majjanti. Okay, let's repeat this. He Nachiketaha priyan priyarupanscha kaman abhidyayan, comma, tvam saha within brackets tan atyasrakshihi full stop. Yetam vittamayim srinkam within brackets sritim pantham brackets close. Na avaptaha within brackets avaptavan yasyam bahavaha manusyaha majjanti full stop. Okay. Om Namadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.